Yeah.
Wonderful. I'll just do a brief introduction. So, greetings everyone to the virtual village and welcome. I'm Dr. Pamela Felder Small, and I am absolutely thrilled today to have you join us for this session of Black Doctorates Matter Lunch and Learn series with AILYZE. We are really excited to gather in community today. And as we continue to operationalize our village with academic joy and our intellectual sovereignty, we want to encourage you to think about AILYZE as a partner in your qualitative research. I had the opportunity to learn about AILYZE while I was a participant and a presenter at a qualitative research conference this year, and followed up with the invitation to learn more about AILYZE. And I was really impressed with the ways that we are able to use AI to support our qualitative research practices. So Robinson was absolutely wonderful in highlighting the capabilities of AILYZE, and I thought it would be wonderful to bring that conversation to our community. So for those of you who could not join us today, we are recording this session and we will be sharing it with you very soon. So at this time, I will turn it over to Robinson and looking forward to hearing your presentation.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you. As you can see, my name is Robinson Mutahi. I work for Evidano, which is formerly AILYZE. So we've rebranded lately. So it's a qualitative analysis platform, as you've mentioned. So we've managed to integrate AI 100% within our platform. So in case you work with qualitative data, in case you do any qualitative research, in case you maybe conduct your analysis in any way or form, I think the platform can help you do that. So we do conduct different types of analysis. So as long as what the data that you're looking to analyze is in PDF or is in docs form or is in spreadsheet form, we can help you analyze it. So this could be your interview transcripts, they could be your field notes, they could be your journal articles. So basically any type of data that you're looking to analyze, we can help you with it. Additionally, we also have other functionalities like we also have transcription, we have translation. You can also create a survey using the platform. We also have AI avatar interviewers or moderators. So in case you might want to collect your data from your participants, from your users, or from whichever source you want, we can set you up with our avatars, and they'll be able to collect that information for you. And additionally, we can also fetch web data or social media data. So in case you're looking to maybe analyze your Facebook comments, your Reddit posts, and so forth, we can help you with that as well. Yeah, so I think the best way to maybe move forward, I could just share my screen and show you a few things. And in case there's any questions, you let me know. So I think I'll just maybe start by focusing on analysis so that you can get an idea of the kind of analysis the platform can do and the kind of output the platform can give you as well. So let me maybe just share my screen. Yeah, so if my screen is visible, so this is I could say our main page. So if you click on Evidano here, you'll be brought to this page and you'll be able to see the various things that we can help you with. So as you can see, we can accommodate various types of text data, so including your interview transcripts and so forth. We can help you analyze your survey responses, your social media comments. We accommodate different types of audios and videos. And we also have AI avatar interviewers, as I mentioned. And we give you different types of analysis in the platform. We give you thematic analysis and also provide you with a code book. We give you segment analysis and so forth. And we also give you translation and transcription. So usually within the platform, you can upload various types of files. So this could be your PDF, your docs, and so forth. You just have to upload your files within the platform. So one of the key features that we offer in terms of analysis is the frameworks or the methodologies that we have trained the platform on. So the platform is trained on all these methodologies. So for instance, in case you're looking to do anything to do with thematic analysis, we give you these various methodologies for you. We also give you various types of approaches and evidence synthesis. So you are able to conduct your analysis based on any of these frameworks. In case you're looking to do ethnographic and observational methods, we also give you a wide variety of methodologies that you can work with. It's the same case in case you're doing content and framework approaches. We also give you a couple of methodologies under that approach. We also accommodate those who do evaluation. So in terms of evaluation, we give you these various frameworks. So as I mentioned, the platform, the AI is trained on all these specific frameworks. It's given a template of all these frameworks, so it's able to conduct your analysis with enough rigor. In case you're doing market and product research, we also give you various approaches under that category. So as I mentioned, in terms of analysis, we also give you a code book. So this is the kind of code book you can expect the platform to give you. So these are the various codes or the various viewpoints that the platform generated to support, for instance, this sub-theme. So the platform will give you both themes. It will also give you sub-themes, and it will also give you a code book for each sub-theme that it develops. So these are the codes, as I mentioned, and usually in case you're using our Pro plan, you'll be able to refresh any of these codes. You should be able to edit anything that you're looking at. You should also be able to chat with your code. Additionally, you should be able to compare between your codes. So the platform allows you to compare between maybe this code, and maybe you can see whether they can be combined and so forth. And we also allow you to add your own code. So once your analysis is done and you want to add an extra code, you can just click here and you should be able to add your code. We also give you responses or quotes to support the codes that the platform develops for you. So the platform identified these responses or these quotes from the transcripts to support this first code. And usually with your quotes or with your responses, you're able to edit them. You're also able to delete any of them. You're also able to verify exactly where the response you're looking at came from or where the quote you're looking at came from. So if, for instance, if you click on that eye icon, the platform is able to take me back to my transcript. So it's able to take me back to this particular participant and showing me exactly where the quote I'm looking at came from. So for instance, this is where my quote came from. So I'm able to verify its accuracy. I'm able to ensure its legitimacy. And in terms of videos as well, the platform is able to isolate various sections of your videos in case you're working with an interview, and it's able to show you exactly where the quote it came from, where the quote that it's working with came from. So if I click on that video, for example, the platform is able to take me back to my interview, and I'm able to see the interview itself. I'm also able to track where the quote came from. So for instance, if I play this, yeah, so I'm able to verify where the quote or the response that the platform is using came from. And I can also just add my own responses. So if I want to add my own responses, I just click here and I should be able to add my own responses. In addition to the code book in terms of analysis, we also give you a couple of visualizations to accompany your findings. So for instance, under the theme, we give you the hierarchy graph, for instance, which is just basically just a graph showing you the relationship between your theme, your sub-theme, and your codes. So these are the codes, these are the sub-themes. So you're able to edit anything, so any of these visualizations. So for instance, if I want to edit this sub-theme, I can do it. If I want to edit so basically if I want to edit that sub-theme, I can do it. If I want to edit the codes, I can do that as well. And in addition to the hierarchy graph, we also give you a concurrence network table. So you are able to see how your codes relate, the relationship between your codes. You're able to see how they co-occur within your documents. So I'm able to see and also able to manipulate this network graph. So I'm able to move things around. I'm able to see the relationship between my codes. And I can also view this as a table. So if I click on table, I should be able to see how the codes occur within my transcripts or within my texts. So for instance, I'm able to see that deepening bonds occurs in 4 documents with bond formation and so forth. So I'm able to track that information as well. And I can also download this graph and use it in my project, use it in my study and so forth. And we also give you a code frequency chart by document. So you can also track how or the frequency of your codes within your documents or the document that were used to produce this theme. So for instance, these are my codes, and this is how they are distributed across the various documents that were used to produce this theme. Additionally, in terms of analysis, we also give you a segment frequency chart. So in case you had chosen to compare your data like between gender, age, individual participants, regions, and so forth, you can also view, we also give you a chart in relation to that particular aspect. In terms of analysis, those are the various parameters that we give you in terms of analysis. But additionally, we also have other functionalities, as I mentioned, like an AI avatar interviewer. So we do have AI avatar interviewers that help you collect data from your participants. And these are able to probe across multilingual languages. So they're able to accommodate various languages. They're able to probe deeper beyond the interview guide. So the avatar is able to ask questions beyond the guide. You just have to provide it with your context, to provide it with your research objectives. And it should be able to ask your questions and should be able to follow up on the questions that your participants respond. Yeah, and it's also able to identify your facial expressions, your emotional cues. Additionally, your participants feel anonymous, so it's able to protect their sensitivity, their privacy, and so forth. And once you set up your project, all you have to do, we send you a survey link where you can speak. You just have to click on the URL link, and the avatar will appear. And all you have to do is begin your interview, and it should be able to collect your data. So that's the avatar. So we also have a few sections here. So you're also able to see how maybe other users have used the platform. So you're able to assess how they've been able to cite the platform, how they've been able to cite the platform, how they've explained using the platform, and so forth. So if you come to this section, you should be able to see that. If you click on how to cite us, you can also read various details of how you'll be able to cite us. And additionally, you can also see how we compare with other popular qualitative analysis platforms. You should be able to see that as well. So we give you a comparison of that, and we also give you our plans. So in terms of analysis, so let me maybe just show you how it conducts your analysis. So if you click on Analyze Docs or PDF, all you have to do is just click on Create a New Project. And the platform will allow you to either upload your files. So you can click here and you can upload the files that you're looking to analyze. But you also have the option to just work with files that were uploaded before. So in my case, I could choose to work with some of these files that were uploaded before. So for instance, I could choose a few of these documents. So for instance, if I'm looking to maybe analyze these 5 transcripts, so these are the transcripts that I'm looking to analyze. On my right-hand side, we have this section that help you provide the platform with your context, with your research objective, your research context. So you can tell the platform what you're looking to analyze. You can add your research proposal. You can add your background information. You can add your project brief. You can add your interview guide. So basically, if you have any information that will give the platform an idea of what you're trying to accomplish, the kind of analysis you're looking to do, you can click here and you can add your files, or you can just paste your information here, which could include your study objectives and so forth. And then you can move on to the next step where you'll be able to choose the structure that you want to work with. So in terms of analysis, we give you these various types of structures. So for instance, you could choose to get themes that are linked to research questions. If you choose structure 1, you could choose to just get answers to questions only without themes. You can choose also structure 2. In case you're looking for themes only, you can choose structure 3. And in case you're looking for questions plus themes, we also have option 4 that you can work with. And we also give you the option to work with one of the frameworks. So you can click on this option as well. And in case your data is comparable across segments like age, ethnicity, school, and so forth, you can also choose segment 3. And in the next step, you'll get to choose the research methodology that you want to work with. As I mentioned, we do have these approaches that you can choose. So in case you want to do, for instance, grounded theory, you just have to click on grounded theory, and you can choose the methodology under grounded theory that you want to work with. You also have the option to customize your own prompt. So you can also tell the platform the kind of analysis you're looking for. You can tell it how you want your report to be structured. You can tell it how you want your executive summary to be structured, to be discussed. So you can also give it those specific instructions. And so once you choose your methodology, so for instance, I could choose, let me say grounded theory. So once you choose your methodology, the next step is just specifying whether you want AI-generated themes or you want to work with your own themes and codebook. So the platform is able to do both inductive and deductive analysis. So if you choose to get AI-generated themes, it will be prompted on the type of themes you are looking for. So you can also edit this section. And you can tell the platform, I'm looking for these types of themes. I'm looking for these maybe patterns of behaviors within my transcript. I'm looking for these types of information. So you can also specify the kind of themes you're looking for. And as you can see, the platform is able to generate your themes instantly. So it has generated a couple of themes to support from the transcripts that I've just given it. So these are the 4 themes it has given me, and it should give you more themes in case you're working with longer transcripts. And you're able to make changes to whatever the platform produces. So for instance, if you want to edit maybe this theme, you can do that. If you want to edit the sub-theme, you can do that as well. You can also edit the definitions as well. And you can also support any of these sub-themes with a code. So if you have a code and you want to add it, you just have to click here and you can add your codes manually, but the code book will be provided by the platform once your output is done or once your output is ready. And as I mentioned as well, the platform is also able to do both inductive and deductive analysis. So if you paste your themes here, if you paste your codebook here, the platform will be able to analyze. I will be able to conduct analysis based on the information that you've given it, plus what it has generated, or you can just choose to work with either in isolation. Additionally, the platform also allows you to specify maybe the texts that you want to be analyzed in relation to any subtheme. So for instance, if I want if I want specific text to be used to analyze maybe this subtheme, I just have to click on the settings icon and I can specify the transcripts that will be used to analyze the subtheme. And I can also give the platform additional instructions in case I want it to follow specific directions while it's analyzing these three transcripts in relation to the subtheme that I've chosen. So once your themes are generated, you can just move on to the next step where you'll get the opportunity to add your questions. So I can paste my questions here and can paste a maximum of 35 questions. And once I paste my questions, this is how they'll be structured or they'll be formatted. So I have the option to edit any of these questions. I can also support any of these questions with a code. I can also choose maybe which documents should be analyzed in relation to any of these questions. And I can also remove any question. I can check the phrasing of any question, so I'm able to ensure that the phrasing is correct. And once your questions have been added, the next step is where your questions will now be mapped to the themes. Since we chose the structure where your themes will be linked to research questions, so this is where your themes are now linked to the research questions. So for instance, these are my themes and these are my questions, and my questions have been linked to the themes depending on also where it's relevant. And I can also do this myself. So I can also just click here and add my questions manually. I can also move any question from one theme to the other. And in case one of my question is not mapped, for instance, this question, I can also just drag it and drop it to any of these themes. And the next step is where you'll get to compare. So this is the last step of your analysis. So once you get to this step, all you have to do is, so if you want to compare your data across schools, across age, across ethnicity, and so forth, so you can use previous segment information. So you can click here and you can use previous segment information, or you can import your segment data. So in case you're looking to analyze something specific, you can create a spreadsheet with the various variables that you're looking to compare. And you just have to click here and you can import that information within the platform, and it should be able to conduct that comparison for you, or you can add your information manually, or you might also choose to auto-populate using AI, where you'll choose the groups that you want to compare. So in case you want to compare maybe gender, I can choose that. If I want to compare income level, I can also do that as well. And I can also customize my own group. So in case you're looking to compare something that we don't have within the platform, you can also just click here and add your own group. So for instance, if you add your own group, you'll also be able to add the various segment values of the group that you're looking to compare. So I could choose maybe to compare two things, ethnicity and income level. So I can click here and I can add the various income levels on my participants, or I can also click here and add the various ethnicity, but I can also allow the platform to do that for me. So the AI is able to go back into my transcripts, and it's going to extract income information and ethnic information from within my transcripts, and it's going to match this information with each respective participant. And once it does that, this is basically the last step. The next step is just creating your project and conducting your analysis. And once your analysis is complete, it should take between 15 to 30 minutes. You should be taken back directly to the output. So you should be able to see your output. But in this case, the platform, as you can see, is still processing my documents. It's still trying to extract that information. And I can also do this manually. So in case I don't want the AI to extract segment information for me, I can always cancel the process, and I can always just rely on my own manual input. And so if you choose to do your own manual input, the platform allows you to do that. If you choose to just rely on it to extract that information, it should also do that as well. So that's the last step, as I mentioned. So I think we can just give it a moment to extract that information, or I can just move on and show you the kind of output you'll expect. So once your project is, so once you start your project, once your project is complete, or once your analysis is complete, you can expect to be redirected to this section where you'll be able to track all the projects that you've done. So all these are all the projects that I've done. So you're able to track any of these projects, and these projects remain within your account. Even if you cancel maybe your subscription, you can always come back to your projects and you can be able to go through them. You can be able to make changes to your project as well. Yeah, so this is still extracting. So let me show you the output you'll get. So this is your output page. And in this page, we give you this action section. We also give you insights, and we also give you themes. So in terms of the action section, so we allow you to chat with your report. So once your report is complete, you can click here and you can ask AI anything you have, any question you have regarding your report. You can ask it for a summary, you can ask it for clarification, and so forth. You can also download your report. It should download in either of these two formats. It should download as a zip file containing all the information you're going to see. You can also share your report. So in case you're working with a team, in case you're working with any collaborators, or in case you just want to share this report with any individual, you just want them to view the output, you can click on share your report, where you'll be able to give people access to your report. So you just have to add your emails here, and you can give them access to your report. They should be able to see your report. Additionally, you can add an extra file. So in case you'd forgotten something, you can add an extra file, an extra question, an extra theme, and this should be analyzed and added to your output. You can also edit the codebook, and you can also assess the accuracy of your analysis. So within the insights, the first thing we give you is the codebook. And I think I've shown you the codebook. So if you expand one of the themes, you'll get the sub-themes. If you expand one of the sub-themes, you'll get the codebooks. The codebook, I mean, and as I mentioned, you can refresh this, you can refine it, you can delete it, you can also chat with your code. So you're able to verify also the responses. So you can also view where your responses came from within your documents. And so usually the platform will give you the best quotes first. So in case you're working with longer transcripts, the platform will provide you with the best responses first, but will also populate any other relevant quotes. So as I mentioned as well, I can also verify where this quote came from. So if I click on it, I should be able to verify that this quote came from my transcript. So I'm able to verify its accuracy, as I mentioned. And we also provide you with context. So the platform or the AI tells you why it chose this particular code. So in relation to your code or your viewpoint, the platform will let you know I chose this particular code for this reason. So you're able to verify that as well. And as I already showed you the various visualizations you will get to accompany your findings. So these are the visual visualizations. And beyond the code book, we also give you an executive summary, which is basically just a summary of the entire analysis. And the discussion is supported by participants from within your transcripts. And in this case, you also get the characteristics of your transcript. So in case you're working with participants, the platform is able to give you the characteristics of your participants. So it's able to extract, it's able to go through your transcripts and create a summary of the responses or the discussion with your participants, and it's going to outline that summary here. And with the executive summary as well, you are able to make changes to this summary. So you can chat with this analysis, you can also edit this discussion, you can also copy it, and you can also refresh it as well. Beyond the executive summary, we have the word frequency visualization, which is basic. So the platform, the AI is able to go through your transcripts and it's able to read your transcripts and it's able to understand the kind of data that it's working with. And once it understands that, it's able to isolate words related to various categories within your data. So in my case, I'm working with transcripts related to ADHD. So the platform is able to identify that I'm working with mental health documents. So it can maybe isolate what's related to mental health. It can isolate what's related to cognitive and emotional states. And I'm also able to maybe isolate what's related to communication. So for instance, if I want to maybe see what's related to everyday routine, I can just click there and I should be able to see the words here. I can also view this as a bar chart. The theme itself, so this is where you'll get the discussion of your themes in detail. So if you expand one of the themes, for instance, if I expand theme 2, I'll get the theme itself and its definition. And within the theme, I'll get these 4 sections. And these are the same 4 sections I will find if I chose to maybe expand this particular theme. The first one is a summary across all files. So you'll get a discussion of your subtheme from the perspective of all the files that you had added. And this discussion will be supported by responses from your transcript or from your texts. So this is the entire discussion, and you'll also get additional insights. And we also give you the footnotes. So these are basically the quotes that the platform used to discuss this summary. And you can also track where your quotes came from, so you're able to verify the legitimacy of your quotes. And with this summary as well, you can chat with it, so you can engage the AI and you can ask it any question you have regarding your summary. You can ask it for clarification. You can ask it for whether it can go deeper into your analysis. You can also edit this discussion. You can also copy it. You can refresh it and so forth. If you want to see the code book again, you can also expand this section and should be able to see the code book in relation to this subtheme. If you want, in case you chose to compare your data across various segments like ethnicity, I can also choose to view. So I'm also given the discussion of this subtheme from the perspective of the various segment values of what I had chosen to compare across. So in case I had chosen to compare ethnicity, I get a Hispanic perspective, I get an African American perspective, and I also get various other perspectives. And the entire discussion, as you can see, it's supported by responses from within those transcripts. And I also get across category comparison and analysis, so a comparison of the various perspectives of the various ethnicities. So the final section in this output page is this summary of individual files. So this is where you'll get a discussion of your subtheme, now from the perspective of each unique file or each unique participant. And in case one of your participants does not contain enough, so in case one of your participants does not discuss enough information to discuss maybe this subtheme, the platform will let you know that this transcript does not contain any relevant information. But in case it does contain, the platform will give you the discussion. As you can see, the discussion in some cases can be quite detailed depending on the subtheme that you're working with. And you also get the responses or the quotes that were used to discuss this section. And we also give you the opportunity to edit this section. We give you the opportunity to copy it and edit and work with it offline. And you can also delete it and you can also refresh it. So in case you feel like what you are seeing is not enough or you need a different perspective, you can refresh this particular discussion and the platform should generate it afresh. Yeah, so basically that's our analysis section. So this is the output that the platform will give you. As you've already seen the process, so the platform is still processing that document. But as I mentioned, you just have to create your project, and your project, as I mentioned, should take between 15 to 30 minutes, and it should also give you, you can also track your process. So if I click here, I should be able to see the process and my analysis. So at the moment, it's doing the matrix analysis, and so I'm able to maybe to follow or maybe to keep up with my analysis. And once it's done, as I mentioned, you just have to click here and you can see the kind of output the platform will give you. So I'll just maybe pause here for a moment and see if there's any question. In case there's no question, I can also show you other functionalities. Yeah, so in case there's no question, I can maybe show you how our AI avatar interviewers work. So this is our newest addition to the platform. So in case you want to maybe collect your data using the avatar, I could maybe show you how the avatar works to begin with. Maybe just demo the avatar for a minute. And you should be able to see how it works. And it'll also show you how you can create your project using the avatar.
Yeah, Robinson, this is absolutely wonderful. I just wanted
Yeah.
to chime in about time. We
Yeah.
maybe have 15 minutes because I definitely wanted to include some time for Q&A.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
if we could just go through this portion, and then if you could get to the cost savings, the cost
Okay.
effectiveness of AILYZE. This is something that I thought was phenomenal. And if we could talk a little bit about that, that would be great.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So let me just discuss the avatar and then we can move on to the Q&A. Yeah. So let me maybe just demo the avatar.
Hi, welcome to this demo. I'm an AI avatar interviewer that can take on over 500 different identities across ethnicities, languages, accents, and genders. Today, we will talk about your hobbies. I am still learning, so if I make a mistake, feel free to let me know and ask me to go back to the previous question. Shall we begin?
Yes, we can begin. But before we start, can you maybe describe how I look like and my facial expressions and so forth?
You have dark skin and a shaved head, wearing dark frame glasses and a dark long sleeve shirt with a white logo. You're indoors against a light colored wall with some darker elements like a picture frame or shelving on the left. Your gaze is directed straight at the camera and your mouth is slightly open as if you're about to speak. Your expression is calm and focused with a neutral, slightly upward tilt that suggests curiosity.
Yeah, we can start with the interview now.
Great, thank you. Let's move on. What hobbies or activities do you enjoy doing in your free time these days?
I enjoy playing football. Yeah, I said I enjoy playing football.
Thanks for sharing that. Could you tell me a bit more about what you enjoy most about playing football?
Yeah, so that's how our avatars work. But all you have to do is just maybe create a project if you want to use the avatar. And you just have to specify the name of your projects. For instance, if your project's name is something like that, and you can choose the language that you want your project, your avatars to use. So these are the various languages that we have. And you can also specify the avatar that you want to work with. We do have a wide range of avatars that you can choose. So you just have to maybe specify one of these. So for instance, if maybe I want to work with maybe Mary, I can just choose Mary, and I can also specify the accent, so the type of accents that the platform will use, the type of English accent. So if I choose African American, I can also tell out the voice, so I can choose the voice that I want my avatar to use.
Every tree sings with the voice of the wind song.
So for instance, if I choose that voice, I'll just have to choose how I want my interview setup to go. So I could choose to work with a survey and an interview, or I could choose to just go to the interview directly. And the next, I just have to design my survey. So depending on what you're doing, maybe you're in academia, or maybe you're doing an evaluation or a market research, you can work with one of these, maybe one of these surveys that we have already prepared for you. So you just have to send this to your participants. They'll have to fill this up before moving on with the interview. So they have to fill this up, and the next step you have to do as a user is just add your interview script. So you can paste your interview script here, and you can format it using AI, or you can just add it manually, where you'll have to add your research objective, your research context, to give the platform an idea of the kind of interview you're doing, then add your introduction, add the various questions, and so forth. Yeah, and you can also add your conclusion, and you can also control the length of your interviews. You can also control maybe how deep the platform will probe, so it's able to probe deeper. It's also able to use any specific tone that you want to work with, and you can also choose the level of language complexity and so forth. So just all you have to do, your users will receive a URL link that will allow them to interact with the avatar, and it will ask all the questions that they have. So I think you were talking about pricing, so let me show you our plans. So in terms of pricing, these are the two plans that we have. So we have this pro plan, and we also have this another pro plan, which is basic, but it's an annual plan. So for individual users, you can use this pro plan. It's 50 USD per month, and you get to conduct as much analysis as you want within that particular month. You can also analyze unlimited total files, but you have to be aware that it's 50 files per project. And you get thematic analysis, you get content analysis, you get cross-segment analysis. You also get 1 hour free of transcription, you get 1,000 words free of translation, and you also get 100 URLs free in case you're instructing information. The other plan we have is this institutional plan, or this annual plan. This is 150 USD per month, but you have to be at least 5 people to purchase the annual plan. And so once you purchase as 5 people, you can also add an additional 15 people free to the plan, and you get to conduct your analysis throughout the whole year. You can also get to do your own individual projects, but you can also collaborate on any project. So if you purchase this plan as 20 individuals, or as 5 individuals, or basically the number of people you have in your team, you'll have a dashboard where you can work on the same projects, but you'll also have a personal dashboard where you can do your own analysis. And so as I mentioned before, so this is a pay-as-you-go features. So in case you want to use the AI avatar, you have to pay as you go. In case you want to use transcription, beyond the 1 hour free you get with the pro plan, you'll have to pay 1 USD per hour of transcription. In case you're doing translation, you'll get to pay 1 USD 0.5 per 10,000 words. So basically these are pay as you go features. But basically, those are the two plans that we have. But if in case you want to see more information regarding the platform, you can also click on our About page, where you'll see the case studies that we've done. You'll see how we train our AI models. Additionally, you'll see how we compare with human coding. Yeah, so you'll also see our data security if you want to assess how we protect your data. You'll also be able to see that as well. So I'm not sure if that is a sufficient answer to the question you had.
Oh, it was more than sufficient. I think it is consistent with what you discussed before.
Yeah.
And that is, this is a very adaptable payment. AILYZE has a very adaptable payment feature. So you could come into this to explore to see whether or not this is something that you want to do long term. So there is no commitment, to be able to see how this could align with the qualitative research that you're doing. So I think this is very appealing to newly minted scholars, folks who are, you know, looking to expand their research. They may want to use a tool like AILYZE to get a sense of how they could sort of continue building their projects and collaborating with other scholars, working in teams. It's very adaptable in the sense that you know, you can bring other people in to the research process. I also like the fact that it's scalable. If you want to, you know, pay a certain amount per month to do, you know, to work on a certain project, you can do that. And if you don't need it, you don't have to pay for it, right? You can go back to another plan. So I think that in itself, I think speaks volumes about how supportive this is as a resource.
Yeah, and also if you maybe want to just try it out, if you are looking to just see how it works for you, we also have a free plan. So we also have a free plan. It's free forever. It's just an opportunity for whoever wants to maybe try out the platform. We do have this free plan, and you don't need a credit card to maybe to sign up to this free plan. So you can try it out, and you'll be able to analyze your documents. You'll be able to try out thematic analysis, content analysis. But the difference is in terms of output, you'll only be given information in relation to one theme. In case you're working with questions, you'll only get information in relation to one question. But it's a good plan for you to see how the platform works, for you to see whether the platform can work with the type of data that you're analyzing or the type of qualitative analysis that you're doing. So if you have the opportunity to try it out, you can just sign up, you can try it out. If you want to subscribe, you can also try out that monthly plan, and you can conduct your analysis within that month. And in case you have any questions regarding the analysis section or basically any other functionalities that we have, you can also just let us know, and we'll be happy to accommodate your questions. We'll be happy to answer your questions as well. And I think maybe the one factor that I maybe did not mention, it was in terms of maybe the languages that we accommodate. So in case you're looking to translate your documents from one language to the other, we do have various options. And in case you're also doing transcription, so we can allow you to transcribe your audio from the original language to another language. So for instance, if I have my document in Azerbaijani and I want it to be translated to Belarusian, I can do that, and the platform will give me a translation with a very high accuracy level. And I can also control a few things in case it's working with less formal language, maybe slang. I can also tell the platform that these documents contain less formal language. It will be able to identify that. And I can also maybe translate some documents for it, some words for it. So if I have an idea, maybe the platform may not be able to transcribe or to translate a certain document, I can translate it for it, and it should fix should fix that translation within your text. So basically, I think I've shown you everything. Yeah, so if you have the opportunity to try it out, just try it out. If you have any questions, just email us or schedule another meeting, and we'll be happy to take you through it, and also happy to answer your questions.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Robinson. As we bring our Lunch and Learn session to a close, I first want to thank Robinson for a very thorough presentation. This is the second time that I've sat through his presentation, and it gets better, Robinson. This is even better than the first one. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
I want to leave our virtual village with a powerful reminder of why tools like AILYZE are such a vital asset for our community. As scholars engaged in structural disruption, we must leverage technology and streamline our workflow. So there are three things that I hope you remember about AILYZE. First, that it's highly adaptable to your research needs. I think the beauty of this platform is that it flexes to meet your rigorous demands and your specific methodology. So it doesn't force you into one particular box. It adapts to support your unique scholarly voice and your use of qualitative frameworks and research questions. The second thing is that you're in control, right? You are in control of your intellectual capital. So while this is why AILYZE has a powerful focus on AI, the process is totally managed by you. And you retain absolute control over your information, your privacy, and your final output. So it is a tool designed for empowerment. And it really does protect your intellectual sovereignty, and it doesn't compromise in terms of being able to really sort of build. You're sort of able to build this resource around what you're doing and make it work for you. And then the last thing is it is incredibly cost effective and accessible. It really is, I think, an equitable tool. We talk about educational equity. We talk about the importance of being able to have access to these tools. AILYZE is a representation of that. So you can come into this with a free plan. And then if you decide that you want to build, you can invest as much as you want to. So there aren't any exorbitant fees. It's a highly cost-effective pathway to synthesizing your data and really protecting your time and helping you to further operationalize your research. So I just want to say thank you very much, Robinson and AILYZE, for going through this another time and for bringing this important information to our community. We will be sharing this recording, as I mentioned, with registrants, and we will be posting it on our YouTube channel so that it is accessible for folks to be able to see this information. So thank you very much. And I look forward to talking to you again. I've already signed up and I've already begun thinking about how I'm going to use this with my next project. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you too. And so thank you for joining. And in case anyone is interested, just let us know. And in case you have any question, as I mentioned, you can always email us. I'll schedule another session as well. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So
Wonderful.
thank you and have a wonderful day.
Yes, thank you for joining Black Doctors Matter Lunch and Learn series. Bye, everyone.
Bye.